What's up, people? Happy Friday, September
It's
26th.
Friday.
Sammy B, and you are
Autumn G.
your G or Autumn G?
Autumn
Or
G. You didn't hear
your
Autumn?
G, you're a gangster? Are you gangster?
No. I would say my last name, but uh
Okay, because you didn't say the Autumn. I just heard G. Your G. I'm like, oh
oh,
shit. Okay, fuck.
I am a
My bad.
G.
Okay, yeah, that works. That works. What's up, folks? Happy Friday, man. End of the week. We made it. September's done.
Pretty
September is
much.
done. That
It's
is
a wrap.
man. And it's like 70s in the area that I'm at for like the next week. But the following week, it's going to be in the 60s. So now I think we're going to start getting into fall weather, which is about right. Like that'll be
Yeah,
around
same.
October.
Mhm. Same here. We're starting to get like really cool mornings and cool evenings
Yeah,
and
yeah,
yeah, it's
that is
pretty. I
true.
love this time of the year.
Yeah,
It's
fall
my
fall
favorite
is
other
my
than
favorite.
spring.
Correct. No, spring. I can't stand spring. I get so many allergies.
Oh
Like the
man, you know
beginning,
what that
especially that
means?
transition. This transition from winter to spring is the worst for me because that is like hell of allergy season, and it's crazy, and it's just I don't know, it's bananas. But fall tends to be my best season as well. I like fall, you know. So and that actually, well, I guess November is what like the end of fall or whatnot. So like that
I
November,
don't
I don't
think
know.
I think the end of fall is like September, October, November, and then December kind of rolls into half of being fall and half of being winter because then your winter is uh December to March.
Got it. Yeah, you're right. You're right. And so that's enough of the seasons, and we'll talk about that another day.
Yeah, we
Um,
should.
yeah. What was I going to say? Being on autopilot. I chose this topic because I
Yes.
actually saw something that you sent me, and it was a video, and I'm like, what's the shenanigans that Autumn's sending me? What the frick is this about? And I thought it was, hello, people. Please start engaging. We have people coming in. Start using the chat, folks, so I know who's coming in. As you guys coming in, what's up, everybody. How are you, Sammy B, Autumn G? Can we see people? Can
Mhm.
you start engaging in the chat so I can see who's on here? You know, welcome to our live. And
Yeah, this is for y'all too to
yeah,
conversate with us.
I want people to start engaging. Let me see who's here. Say hi to folks. Uh, Autumn. Let's get a side note real quick. I,
Huh?
people, I'm gonna do a side note real quick, or side.
Okay.
All right, let's do a side note. I want people to start engaging in the chat. I leave the chat board. I don't know if this is a board or whatever. Open so people can start engaging and speaking as we're trying to build this forum. Uh, this is very important because I'm studying a lot of this stuff, and I want people to start, saying who they are. And Aggie, I hope I'm saying that right, or Age, or
That
AGE.
that's me.
Oh, oh, that's who?
That's me.
Oh, that's you saying. Oh, okay, my fault. Yeah, right. That's right. Because we can also say hi to people. All right. Um, yeah, I just want people to start engaging in the chat uh, because this is actually for all of us. And
Mhm.
as much as I love just speaking to Autumn, I would like to speak to you guys too. You know what I mean? Um,
Yes.
and we will be respectful because it also tells me when it's disrespectful messages in my chat. So we have to be respectful when we come on this platform. Or I just block you. I don't want to have to do that. But you know what I mean.
No.
That's pretty much how that's gonna go. All right. So teamwork makes the dream work, and we are a team.
Yes.
So please start engaging. All right. Back to the normal schedule programming. Okay. So Autumn sent me this video on masters of energy, or how to master your energy, or who's mastering your energy, or the universe mastering your energy. And it was it was decent. Some of the stuff I thought was pretty insightful. Other stuff I just I just thought, but there was a couple things that kind of was engaging to me was how, first of all I thought it was interesting because it was speaking about how to control your energy, and what you give off is what you're going to get back. So we're going to speak about that on another day, which is actually going to be tomorrow. So guys, put that on the side note. Mastering your energy. The
Yes.
topic I want to Ryan, appreciate you, my man. Thank you. Like, subscribe, share this. Appreciate you, man. Thank you. I want to speak about being on autopilot because it was another section that the person indicated on working on Steam, or just us being robots and just doing, not really collectively understanding what we're doing, or not being analytical about what we're doing, but just doing. So I thought, let me use that as a topic today because I think that's important for us to discuss. Doing, and not really knowing what we're doing, but because we have a systems and processes in place and doing different things. Why do we do that? Why do we just function? Are we here just to be here? Are we? Are there being a part of this, or pretty much just we're just here? And I wanted to speak about why are we programmed to do that? Is it society that programs this? Is it because society said that we need to do it? I just want to get some thoughts. People start engaging. Let me get some thoughts on here about being on autopilot. And Autumn, as you always do, you'll take it from here and give your valued opinion.
All right. I think it's very dangerous for us to be stuck on autopilot. Autopilot is doing things without realizing it. You are having the lack of being, you're lacking in the being of presence, and you're not showing mindfulness to what is going on around you. You will lose your enjoyment, and you definitely will miss out on the opportunities that God slash the universe is aligning with you in front of you. So if you're not paying full attention to it, you're going to miss the opportunities that were left on the table for you. It's important for you to remember that being stuck on autopilot is essentially something that you do when you're too stressed out, when you're um, not achieving the things that you want in life. So you just kind of tune into what you're comfortable with. And like I said, that's very dangerous to live. You have to snap back into your own reality for you to take control of the reality that you're perceiving, because everything is a perception. um, I think being stuck on autopilot, well, no, not that I think, the things that I have came across, you definitely will lose your productivity and creativity of what you could be doing in this world. And that's, with your family, with yourself, with your life, the community, um, the world. Not realizing the steps that you take leave footprints in this world. You definitely are a ripple effect. And if you do not take a hold of your ripple, your ripple can, regardless if you're on autopilot or not, reaches to others. um, my autopilot moments would be when I definitely get stuck on autopilot and have many times in my life. It came from relationships to my jobs, and ultimately, what happened to me is I would wake up into this like simulation of things that I had been conducting and get pissed off and start glitching again and being a bitch and being unbearable because I was mad at myself and then I'm mad at others. Others are stuck on autopilot with you.
So you do think it's because like we just transformed to kind of be functioning and we're not really analyzing what exactly is happening.
Exactly. It's almost like a mechanism that happens in ourselves just to get by. Uh, and it's hard to pull yourself away. It's comfortable, if you ask me, just to do everyday in and outs and not really focus on anything but what's there. It's like it's right here. Instead of looking from what's in front of you, it's like here. I know that sounds contradicting, but it's contradicting. But what I'm trying to say, and it's instead of looking past what is going to become, and yes, you should always be present, but autopilot is not being present. Autopilot is just putting yourself in a drive of doing whatever you need to get by. And maybe even working through, the notion of trying to just make it. You just put your head down and you work for that dollar, put your head down and you say, yes, baby, I'll do them dishes without even realizing the motion of it and how important it is for you to stay present. So autopilot is not present. And being present, you're able to decrease the risk of errors in your life, decrease the stress in your life, and probably ultimately reconstruct what you feel is wrong in your life. Just allowing yourself to take in the moment that is there. Uh, so I guess what people might ask is, what is the feeling of autopilot? And I guess I could just give some examples of saying that it's like not enjoying your life anymore, not being able to do the things that you once enjoyed or would like to enjoy, like crafts or family time, or even your productivity in everyday life activities, and then your work. A lot of people get stuck on the autopilot at work, and I'm not one to say I haven't because I have. Uh, and it causes you to have resentment, I believe, when you are unable to escape the comfortability of being an autopilot. And it keeps you from being connected to things, from yourself, from the surroundings. And like we mentioned, it just opportunities will zoom by you, not just walk. They will zoom by you without you even realizing that they were there for you.
Right.
Um,
I think
so I guess I need to stop saying I
you're doing
guess.
you're doing you're doing you're doing good. You're doing good.
um, what I have been trying to do many times over, because I get into these things in my life of being stuck on autopilot and then being a step in and a step out of being in autopilot and being in control. I try to remind myself each morning that there is a purpose, and what purpose am I needing from God or universe, and just ask it to allow me to see it without missing it. Even when I am on autopilot, because autopilot, I think, happens every single day. It's not something that just you're stuck in. It's something that just can kind of get put into drive just from
But how is it
things.
formed? How is it
I'm
formed?
sorry.
How is it initially formed? How does it
Um,
how did you get to the point where everything is now pretty much on autopilot, especially your life?
I think stressors and trauma.
Mm, good point.
Yeah, because you're like you're tapped out. You're like, I'm done. I just want to make that money and go home and watch TV and get my fast food and then go home.
You said like, so what triggers it?
Stressors.
So what how did those
The
happen? How explain that for the people?
So stresses of having to work a 9 to 5,
Okay.
stresses of keeping yourself and others alive, keeping your relationships vibrant,
Hmm.
having to conduct the hobbies and goals that you set and plan to continue. Those are a lot of things that can cause heaviness on you. It's like procrastination is what keeps us believing that we're able to do it.
Mm.
But being in the present moment of understanding and engaging fully and paying attention to the thoughts, the sensations, the feelings that are going on right then and there, I think would help align you to remember that this moment belongs to you.
Okay.
Setting intentional goals and achieving them and understanding why they must be achieved would definitely help you realize that you are in control of your own destiny. Even when things are shitty or they don't pan out like you believe they should, we ourselves create this world, our world, but we have to understand that this is not our world. This world was not made just for you and I. This world was made for a collectiveness to become. And we forget that everything, I believe, everything has a connection to the world, the sun, the moon, to us, to them. Uh, and it goes deeper than just the birds and the bees.
Right.
uh, and if you know, you know. But if you feel like you're stuck on autopilot, you yourself have to take the notion to put it into drive and go where you want to go. You have to create a new routine and stimulate the possibilities that could become. If you're sitting in autopilot, you're stagnant. And what happens to stagnant water? Things start to grow that aren't, people would say that aren't too good to have around. Like in stagnant waters, mosquitoes will grow. In stagnant water, bacteria grows. They always tell you to if you're going to be lost in the wild, to drink running water in that stagnant water. But allowing you to stimulate other probabilities and possibilities in your life just by moving, just by conducting actions, will change. It might not be instant, but tomorrow is instant. I find myself having rough days, and then the very next day it would be a good day. You
Right.
can't expect having a good day without the bad days.
Right.
And you want to be able to grab onto the moment that is there because it's yours. It's meant
Right.
to be yours. Also, if you feel like you're very overstimulated and you feel like you're going back into the autopilot, maybe journaling or talking to somebody who you trust about these thoughts, these moments that you're having, and take a break. It's okay to sit down and silence your mind. It's okay to pray. It's okay to take deep breaths and realize it's okay not to be okay, but you're okay. And you it just, I know myself forgets to tell myself I'm okay, especially when I'm getting onto my child or children. I have two. Getting onto my children or getting upset with something that's not working out my way. I have to remember that everything has to happen the way that it has to happen for things to happen.
Well, I think
And
also, like, it's if it's destined to happen, it's going to happen.
no
And
matter what.
God's being is God's being. So uh, I think we have to understand that what will occur is going to occur, and there's no way that we can kind to try to alleviate or try to,
Curve it.
yeah, or try to delay it or do something,
Yep.
or try to, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, what it is to occur will happen, and what is to happen will occur. So at the end of the day, it is what it is. That's pretty much what it is. So being on autopilot and being like a robot, it's not going to change anything, because at the end of the day, whatever is going to occur is going to occur. So people should just kind of live in the moment. Yes,
Yes.
focus on tomorrow. Yes, focus on what's in front of you,
Learn
but
from
also,
yesterday's.
yeah, learn from yesterday, but kind of live in with the moment, live in what you are today. You know, and so being on autopilot, I think, is almost a subconscious thing. And now we also embed it in our kids, and we embed it in our relatives and people that we know, and so now it's just become a standard in society. But it's also a detriment, because at the end of the day, you're not valuing what's in front of you. You're not valuing what's here. You're just kind of being, just being, and that's not what
Yeah.
life should really be. It should be taking chances, and learning from things, and learning from others, and you know loving your neighbor, and respecting them, and them vice versa, and learning from them, and growing, and establishing you know establishing certain customs that will help better uh, yourself, and then also help better society as a collective. So I thought this topic was very intriguing, because I see it every day. I feel like that we were all like robots. We're all just here almost, and it's on autopilot. And I wanted to kind of get perspective on what you thought, and what the people thought, because even me looking out here right now where I'm at, people are talking, people are doing things, but it's so systematic that it's on autopilot. You know, it's things that we do every day, and 7 days a week, and 24 hours a day,
Every
and
second.
every second, and every minute. So, I just thought that it would be good to kind of discuss and get perspective on these things.
Me too. I talk about it all the time to people, especially when I see that they're going through a hard time. Just remember that hard time is not, even though you feel like it's a punishment, it might be a punishment, but those punishments don't mean that you're going to be punished every single second the rest of your life.
Right.
You got to remember that those are consequences, and with the consequences, you have to learn, and with learning, you grow. And from there, I mean, it's okay to reset and to re-engage into restarting. There's nothing wrong with you failing. Failing is what's going to ultimately make you win. You keep going, keep going, keep going. And one of those times you're going to come on top and you're going to be on top and you're going to stay on top. And that's where you're going to reside because you knew you could be there just because you kept failing and use those failings as mechanisms and techniques to get on where you wanted to be, to place yourself where you said you were going to go. Um, and reflecting on things that you you do fail at is important. You have to remember reflection is just as important as achieving. Becoming aware of what is going on throughout the moments that you're allowed is precious. I tend to tell people what it is to be a human. Like we could have been that worm or that ant or oh shit, just living somewhere else where it was just horrible. Like I'm sorry, I don't mean to say anything about any other countries, but what it would have been not to be an American, like or somebody who has a life that is so easy, that's not um forced. And this is from history to probably even the future. Who knows? But we have such a opportunity here, and convenience blinds us from purpose. I don't want to get too deep into it, but I tell people when I really start to think about it, I don't know if anything was ever meant to be the way that it was supposed to be, especially
But
when you
but
create it from wrongful purposes. Go ahead.
no, but I was gonna, and that's the thing. I think people plan. I think people plan that execution to be how they plan, right? So we plan with anticipation that it's going to be the result that we plan, but it doesn't work like that, you know. And there's now people are using this term, and I like the term. And the plot twist. Here's the plot twist. I'm hearing that a lot, right?
Yeah,
And
I
that's
grew up
life.
listening to and the pot thickens.
Then the plot thickens, and the plot twist is this. Oh, this didn't happen, even though we were anticipating it to happen. And that's life in general, man. I think it's a lot of plot twists, a lot of turns, valleys, hills, mountains, lakes, ups, downs, lefts, rights. You know what I mean? So uh, that goes up. That's a part of the autopilot, is because we're
Mhm.
participating and we're taught and we're mechanized, uh, and using our mechanisms to be to do things and be things in which we feel that we're entitled to. But the plot twist is this: there is no entitlement.
Right?
You know what I mean? So whatever you're planning or thinking to do, or you know whatever you're trying to evaluate, and this takes nothing away from people to plan, but at the same time you have to also understand that your plan may not go to be 100%. It may not even be on 90%. Now, do you kind of figure out exit strategies if it doesn't go that way, of course. But we also must be realistic to understand that 100% is not 100%, right? Whatever we plan may not go as planned. Whatever you want, you may not get, and uh, whatever you love may not be reciprocated to you. So we have to really be. Um, I don't want to say we should be opportunists, but we also have to be realists in situations and being able to navigate those things is very important.
Fairly.
And and and,
Hmm.
and the character that you want to be, whether you're a man or a woman, or you're a boy or a girl, So uh, I say that to say this: that autopilot, us as humans, we have to be individuals. We have to be able to think for ourselves. We have to be critical thinkers. We have to
Hmm.
be analytical at times, but at the same time, we have to be individuals of character and don't let autopilot run your life, because at the end of the day, it could also ruin your life, uh,
Yes.
and you miss a lot of great opportunities because of this.
Reminds me of that movie Click.
Click. What is that
How
about? What is that?
Adam Sandler, how he
Mm-hmm.
got this remote so that way I haven't watched it in so long, but
Right.
he got to rewind it whenever he wanted to. He got to fast forward it whenever he wanted to. He got to do whatever he wanted to. But while he was using that remote, he was stuck on autopilot in real time. So it just looked like he was there, but really it was just autopilot. And
Got
at
it.
the end of it, he just was he was very
Astounded.
astounded, thank you.
Yeah.
Um and
You're a teamwork, Mr. Dreamwork.
yes. um he realized that he was missing out on things that he wanted to be in. And
Right.
instead he went ahead and did whatever he wanted to.
Right.
But that's a good movie. I do
I'll
love
check it.
Adam Sandler.
Yeah, he's funny. He's a humorous guy. Yeah, and great actor too. He's a great actor. So yeah, I'm going to first look watch the movie. 'Cause I think that's a good. I'll take a look on that. But I want to just kind of leave us on that aspect that you know what you do with your days, your months, your years, uh, is retrospective of how you can cultivate what's going on for the next day. But what you do for today and the lasting effects of today is important, because we don't get today tomorrow. We get today for today. So it's
Yes.
important to be able to uh, cultivate that and accept that and embrace that, because Friday is Friday. Friday doesn't become Saturday until Saturday becomes Saturday, if that makes sense. So Friday can never be Saturday, because Friday's Friday. Today can never be tomorrow, because we're living for today. So people need to start living for today, focus on tomorrow. Not saying that you can't do that, but also live for today, live for the moment. And
Hmm.
yeah, let's cut down on the autopilot. All right.
Yes. Take
All right.
control. Wait,
Take
wait,
control.
wait.
Take
I wanted
control.
to talk about some stuff
Well,
before we go. So to avoid your autopilotness, and be able to take back your self-awareness and reduce the stress and anxiety that you have, um, and just to be able to regulate your outcome in life, you'll be able to take back what you have lost and be mindful of what is to become. Okay, that's what I wanted to say.
all right, cool. And that's the the topic of the day, being on autopilot. All right, and we will be back tomorrow, and I believe we will be speaking of energy, the masters of energy. How do you cultivate your energy? your energy, what you bring out to people can be reciprocated tenfold, or it can be not reciprocated at all. I guess.
And unfold.
Yeah, and also, yeah. So that's it, folks. It's a pleasure. Everyone have a blessed Friday. Autumn G, Sammy B, live session
Until next time,
later.
stay great. Bye.